This is my favorite bike, but it's also my most broken bike because I'm an idiot. I ran it so lean that I seized the engine. So look at her, how beautiful she looks. And she's a blast to ride around town. 4-speed, there's a 125, it's got those tiny wheels, white walls, it looks great. But now, it's broken. And not only I gripped the engine, I'm pretty sure I cooked all the bearings in the engine, because it probably ran so freaking hot that it just couldn't take it anymore. Which also means that now I gotta rebuild the whole engine. Which in turn means that this thing's not gonna be a 125 anymore. We're gonna put a big bore kit, a 177, a different crank. We're gonna make a bunch of stuff. And you know what? This thing was fun. It's gonna be even more fun. So I guess I start taking it apart. This is not gonna be a quick fix it and move on. This bike has 60,000 kilometers, which is 35,000 miles, 36. And for such a small engine, it's a lot of miles. So this came from Italy, and it had a pretty hard life. It came from Naples. So everybody in Italy ride these things. But this one was particularly, well used. And 60,000 kilometers on a little 125cc engine, it's a lot of mileage. So first thing I want to do, I want to take off the exhaust, because once I take the exhaust off, and the exhaust is right here, it's weird, looking thing. Once I take the exhaust off, I can probably put it on. I have like a transmission lift that I can just put it on, because eventually we'll just take the whole engine out and we'll put it on the bench and we'll rebuild it. So let's get some tools. And this is also going to be kind of, I want to say, I don't want to say long term, but it'll take some time to get this thing done. This engine is fairly, engines are, this is actually loose, so that's funny. A fairly simple. Yeah, this is finger tight, it's not even. So I'm just loosening up the exhaust, which is already loose. So I guess that ticking noise I used to make when it ran, it was an exhaust leak. It's pretty funny. I believe we can just do something like this, right? And it should come right off. Yep, it's off. There's like a little. All right, a little support down there. I don't even know how to take it off. We'll learn as we go. There's a bolt right here. I believe that's what holds it in place. Oh, wow. This is not finger tight. This is very tight. I'm going to do this in stages. Right now we're going to do, the engine needs rebuilt. So all the bearings, the oil seals, we have to split the case and, do all of that. It also had a third gear that I didn't want to say and kind of slipped. So we're going to change the third gear. We're going to rebuild the clutch. We're going to do a bunch of stuff. And then we're going to put a 177 kit. And then we'll put it back together with OEM carb. I don't know if there's a nut on the other side. With the OEM carb and the OEM exhaust, But then we're gonna get a bigger carb and a sport exhaust. Well, as these things go, the exhaust doesn't come off unless I take the rear wheel off. So I'm gonna take the rear wheel off, which means that I gotta lift the tail of this thing so that I can the rear wheel off the floor. And it doesn't work. I gotta take the rear bumper off and jack the tail up so I can take the rear wheel off. After a couple of options, I settled on the bottle jack to hold the tail up. And now the wheel spins freely, which means it's off the floor. And we just gotta undo those couple of bolts and they'll come right off. Once it comes off, we can get the exhaust bolt off. And then we can put it on the, you have actually a transmission jack. They'll sit right underneath the Vespa and it's gonna hold it up. It's gonna make it way easier to work on this thing. Stay. Okay. These are actually designed to be able to change the tire on the side of the road. It happened to me once. And there's actually space for a spare in here. I don't have a spare, but we're probably gonna do that too. Put the spare on, and you literally just lay the thing on the side, and with a a little wrench and a little bit of cursing, you can just pull off the wheel and put the spare on. Okay, wheel is off. This is not sketchy at all. Pull this out, and now this should just drop. All right. There we go. One rusty original exhaust. At least I think it's original. Doesn't say it is, but we'll investigate. So, all right, now comes the fun part. There it is. This was hopefully was the hardest part of the rebuild. One Vespa on a transmission dolly. I know it looks a little crooked, but it seems like it's working fine. See, and the thing is that it can be moved around the garage. So strapped on there, so it's gonna make things way easier. So right now, we can start taking some engine parts off. So all the work's gonna happen on the other side, right here. We're gonna take all of this off. The cylinder is under here. The carburetor is up here. We have to change the choke cable, which broke, and yeah, and then eventually, once we take most of it off, we can just disconnect the rear shock, and then there's just literally a pivot point underneath that, and the whole engine just drops. So we'll take most of it off, so it'll be easier to take it apart. And since we're taking the whole engine apart, I have to be really careful with, make sure I label all the bolts and stuff, even though a lot of this stuff, I mean, this thing is 45 years old, so probably the bolts are not, you know, the original bolts. The stuff just was thrown together. Probably a lot of bolts and stuff, we're gonna switch it anyway, gonna change it. So stay tuned. So as we're taking off the engine, so the Stator plate, it's new. I changed this was the last time I changed this, put a new Stator plate in. I rewired it because it was a little different. And I didn't realize that the key on the this is a crankshaft, it's actually all ground down. I wonder if this might be also what caused my my engine to seize. I mean, I know I ran it lean because I screwed up with the carburetor. I didn't realize what I did, and I messed it up. But yeah, this would have caused the flywheel to be, you know, in the wrong spot possibly, and you know, the spark events might have not been correct. So I never opened this, even when I did when I changed the Stator plate. I just left it as is. This is this gear selector box, and it's absolutely disgusting. So my my third gear was not staying in, would like slip. I mean, it was rideable, but it was a little annoying. I wonder if, you know, lack of maintenance of this part might have caused it. I have to figure out you know, how to clean it. It's so dirty that I cannot even get a wrench in there to unscrew the mounting nuts. I have to, you know, stick a screw or something in there to clean it up first, because it's like so much grime. And granted, this bike is 45 years old. You heard that before, but I guess I could have done a better job maintaining it. Perhaps you know, I wouldn't have broken it so badly, but up until last year, it wasn't really used much. Just sit in the garage most of the year, and just occasionally taken out for like a, you know, ice cream run or whatever. And so yeah, it worked good enough. I didn't really worry too much about it. And I guess this is the result. So take care of your stuff. Don't be like me. Oh. Actually, I have the wrong size, believe it or not. It's got very weird size bolts, this thing. Oh, that's very tight. Oh, there you go. You can see the grime just falling out of this thing as I'm taking it off. It's absolutely gross. It's got little split washers. When we put it back together, we'll make sure that all the, here it's got different washers. Got like a split washer and a regular washer. It doesn't have it on the other side. So, oh shoot, I forgot to drain the oil. Look at me, taking the engine apart without draining the oil. All right, it's okay. I'm just gonna put a, drip in, and maybe I can drain the oil now if I remember where it was. Not here. What the heck is it? Is it down here? Okay, I'm gonna drain the oil. Sorry about that. Don't tell anyone. So it is a two-stroke engine, which means that the lubrication to the cylinder comes from the oil which is in the in the tank, right? So for this thing to run, you gotta pre-mix oil and two-stroke oil and gasoline, and then put in the tank. But the gearbox has gear oil, which honestly it was dripping. I didn't even know if there was anything in there, to be honest with you. But at some point I did put gear oil in there. So let's drain it before we pull off the gear selector. And with this bike being so high mileage, wondered if I should just order a new one. And there's not a lot in there, very little. It is a small engine after all, and the oil is just only for the gearbox. So I'm gonna let it drain off, and then we'll keep disassembling it. Okay, oil is drained. It's just very little oil, but got that out of the way. I like to work clean. No, don't judge me for that. I'm gonna put the drain plug back on so I don't lose it. Well, if I find the hole, give it a nice clean. I can try to pull the selector box off. Thinking we might need a new one of these. It's absolutely disgusting. Alright, supposed to put it in fourth gear, and it's supposed to fall off. In fourth gear. And oh, that's actually just coming out. Okay, not bad. Here we go. It is absolutely disgusting. There's way to test this if this is good or not. There's gonna be something to look at. Might need a new one of those. I'll try to service it, see what it looks like, what it feels like rather. It's a very important part of the bike. This Vespa did shift fine. It wasn't. I personally never had issues shifting on this Vespa. It was just that third gear was slip, and it wouldn't slip and go back to neutral. It would slip almost as if you pulled the clutch while you're riding. Anybody told me it's a Cruciform, but now I wonder. Well, let's set it aside and figure it out later. Okay, so supposedly this thing can get loose as well. And oh, there's a gasket. Oh, okay. I have to see if I have this in my gasket set. So this goes back and forth, and that's how the gears change. See? It's neutral, I guess, So this is how it works. So it's quite interesting, very simple system, but if it's not set up correctly, it doesn't work right. So okay. All right, so we take the flywheel stator. We took all the electricals off. I just put it on over there for now because we don't need them. I'm gonna leave this here. I don't want it to drip on the floor. I just hate to have oil all over the floor. We're gonna move to the cylinder head now. Okay. I didn't realize that this strap would be kind of sort of in the way, but you can just fold it like this. Selector box. I can't believe how disgusting this thing is. Okay. There's 4 bolts that hold the head in place. You're supposed to take them kind of a little bit of time. We don't care too much because we're gonna swap this cylinder for something else, but I'm just gonna loosen it. And then I'll use my little trusty drill to unscrew them. Or maybe I'll just do it by hand. It's not that hard. Oh, maybe I do. We'll use this thing. So, and this one is funny because it's so long because it holds the shroud. Oh, actually, that's not even the bolt. It's just like a spacer that holds the shroud. So I would have screwed it up no matter what. Yep. It's just too shallow. Okay, let's just use the ratchet. All right, moment of truth. Oh, DR. This is not an original. This is not an original. This is interesting. So this is not an OEM cylinder head. You see, it says DR. DR. It's they make cylinder kits. And I actually was going to order a DR, but I was discouraged by the fact that DRs are very old technology. So is this Vespa already kitted? When I got this Vespa, I was told, well, this Vespa was imported from Italy. I was told that it didn't have the original engine. I really didn't know if it did or not. Yeah, you can see that poor cylinder is all scored. It doesn't look good. So yeah, so either way, this was supposed to go anyway. See, I don't know. There's no markings on the piston or the cylinder, and I don't believe we can pull the cylinder without taking the studs off. So we're gonna try and do that. So let me get what I need to do the studs. The way we're gonna do it, we're gonna put two bolts against each other, like this. All right, it's a little more. We're gonna time them up against each other, and then you'll be able to unbolt the stud out of the casing. So let's see how it goes. There was a bit of a pain. I don't know if maybe because these were in there for so long or was the heat. But anyway, I can see, I don't know, I think these are signs of overheating because they're kind of white. I don't believe there's anything wrong with these studs. They don't seem to be warped or anything. So now we should be able to pull off the cylinder. I don't know if we should put the piston down there. So, there you go. All right, so this should slide off, and if these things go, it doesn't. I wonder if they just put some sealant at the bottom or whatever. But as we decided, this is not its original engine. This was already switched, and now I'm wondering what else is not original on this thing. I wonder if the carburetor, it's original. this is something we'll have to investigate as we go. Okay, our cylinder's coming off. See if I can pull it out now. Yeah, there's like a base gasket that's kind of holding it in place. Oops. Piston's trying to come up with it. Just stay there. I want you to come up. So twist it a little bit. Here we go. That cylinder. I don't know. It doesn't look that bad. It's actually really heavy. The new one that I got, it's way lighter than this. So no markings. I mean, I can't see anything wrong with it. Yeah, this is like RTV. I don't think it's supposed to be like this. It's a lot of carbon buildup, but the rings are not. They don't seem to be bad. See, the piston's a little scored. Take a look. Oh, gasoline. Woohoo! Okay, yeah. You can see the piston. You can see the scoring on the piston. 100%. This is not the OEM piston. Let's see. Yeah, this is a big bore kit. This Vespa was not original, and I didn't ride Vespas in so long. I really didn't know how a 125 was supposed to feel. But you can see the scoring on the piston is pretty bad. I mean that this was rubbing the cylinder. I can't quite see what it says down there. But yeah, this is a big bore kit. This is not an OEM 125 piston. So anyway, what's left to do now, we gotta undo the bolts that hold the casing together, and then we can split the casing, believe it or not. So I think we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and there's a few here. It shouldn't be too bad. Let's see if we. I'm quite sure I pulled all the bolts. I mean the nuts, I want to say, because the bolts they just thread into the the bolts are kind of pressed into the casing, and there's a bunch all on, and then they're all on most of them are on this side, just the one at the bottom here. There's one at the bottom. I don't know if you saw. I had to go through the other side to unscrew it. Everything else is on this side. Again, fairly simple. Just that the grime was so, everything was so grimy that I had to pull them with a pick out of the screwdriver because it was so, fairly crusty. Now it's time to split the case. I mean, we should be able to kind of pull from here, right? It should come off. Doesn't look like it wants to. If I should give it a couple of taps somewhere. I think I missed the bolt. You're supposed to count how many bolts you pulled out. I didn't. So don't be like me. Count the bolts. It's really crusty all the way down here. Is it a crank bolt? Yeah, I think so. And by the way, the size of this bolts on this thing, it's 11 millimeters, which is a fairly odd size. Right, only a washer, no split washer, so yeah, I bet some of these wear. Oh, it's moving now, yeah. Oh, shoot. Yes, there's gasoline in here. Oh, stuff coming off. Here we go. Look at that. We split the case. One Vespa engine case split. Oh my god, this thing looks cooked. Yeah, I think we gotta switch it. Yeah, I don't know if the crank is even OEM. See if we can figure that out. I have to do some research. So the next step here is to take this off, rises the shock. I mean the shock and this pivot point, and this whole thing is just gonna fall off. Now to do that, I gotta take off the carb and the fuel line and what's this? The clutch and the brake cables. All right, let's get rid of the carburetor. I gotta verify that I have a whole gasket set for rebuild. I just have to verify that I have these gaskets. So, okay, so yeah, there's like a little, oh no, there's not. This is just literally just a bolt and a nut on the other side. So let's see what this is. Well, is that a 12? It's definitely a 13, but try the other end. There you go. Well, the front wheel is on the floor, so I don't think the whole thing is gonna fall off the stand once I pull this off. As a matter of fact, it's already free. See? Not bad. So we're just gonna put this back here so we don't lose it. Okay, I can disconnect. I'm already here. I can disconnect the rear brake. We also have new brake shoes. Which is always nice. Oh, came off. I can just pull that off. So I actually have new cables too. This could be a good time to sneak new cables in. And I know I could just cut this because I just said I had new cables, but I want to make sure that I have the correct cables and everything is fine. So I'd rather not cut anything until I know, because, Hey, the brake was fine. You don't you don't use the rear brake on this thing that much anyway. No biggie there. Cut. All right, so let's keep going. Let's take the gears off, and I have to look into tolerances, how they work on these engines. I don't think this is a problem. Though I'm getting new bearings anyway. I'm putting new bearings in here, but there's a little bit of play here, and there is a circlet here. You can see, and then there's like a spacer behind. I don't know if this needs a bigger spacer. I have to look into that. I'm not sure. I don't have a good circlet wrench, whatever this is called, so don't judge me. This is what I have. As a matter of fact, does not work. Doesn't extend enough. Gosh. See? Don't be like me. Get good tools. We make it work. Okay. The whole thing fell apart. But so take the circlip. I'm just gonna keep them all together the way it comes off, because you know, when I put it back together, at least I know what's going on. So okay, so this is the, what gear is this? First gear maybe? All right, so this is the spacer that we were talking about. So keep it like this. We're just gonna clean everything up. Now supposedly the gears don't really wet out that much, but this is what we have to look at. Make sure that it's good. So I did order the third gear, just in case, right? I don't even know if the third gear is good or not, but I don't care. One at a time, relax. Okay. This also doesn't look bad. See the edges don't look rounded. This aside. Is this the third gear? Might be. I mean, it looks a little bit rounded. Doesn't look too bad. I wonder if it's a combination of things. And my third gear was slipping. So this is fourth gear. You know, still looks fine. So now the fun part. So this is a Cruciform. Pretty sure this is bad, and it does look bad. I don't know if it looks bad or not. But anyway, we gotta take the spindle off to pull the Cruciform out. After we do that, we can probably drop the engine. We can't really do anything else. I mean, we can, but we will have to go on the other side of the bike and it'll be very uncomfortable. So probably just pull the engine out. So let's see. Maybe this one. Let's see. Fit. Okay. It's probably a little better like this. Alright, stop giving me grief. Good grief. There it is. This is hard to undo. Okay. Okay, so this looks fine, I guess. There's nothing much to it. And now this thing comes out, the Cruciform. You're supposed to twist it, like put it sideways somehow, and then it should come out. This doesn't. It doesn't even want to go down. Yeah, this thing is definitely bad. Getting you one of these. Here it is. Yeah, this is all screwed up. Not good. This is not a good thing. All right, so all that is left now, if I want to go ahead, I can drop the whole engine down, and I'm thinking that maybe I shouldn't have taken off the shock, because when I take the other side off, it'll literally just drop on the floor. So I think I'll just, put it back in. I mean, I'm not gonna screw it, all the way. I just wanted to keep it from falling on the floor, right? Oh, it's gonna be so satisfying once I clean it up. Okay, so I don't even know what kind of nut bolt is here. It's pretty big. I got a bunch of them. So let's go one that fits. It off. It is. It's off. Okay. Okay. What now? Now we gotta push that bolt out somehow. Okay. Did it come out? Well, it looks like it did. Okay. Maybe a little bit of grease is not going to hurt this thing. All right. So this only had this giant split washer and the nut on the other side. So what did I forget? This cable here. Was this a clutch? Okay, so it should just slide right out. Okay, let's see if I was correct. So if I pull this off, we should have one loose Vespa engine. Ooh. Yeah, this is not sketchy at all. Like, it's nothing, it feels so nice. I don't even know if the whole thing's gonna fall off the stand. Because of course this was not designed for this. Yeah, that didn't sound right. That's not coming off. Did I do it wrong? There we go. It's free! We're free! Alright, so clutch cable. Oh god. Stay hit me on my leg. Here it is. One Vespa engine. Now we just gotta take apart the hub. We gotta take apart the clutch on the other side. Take it down to the case. Change all the bearings. Change all the seals, and then start putting it back together. So, well, I think we're done for today. Thank you all for watching. Remember, if you enjoy my nonsense, just hit like and subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. Helps me out though. So thank you so much for your time.